So, I am so frustrated. I don't know about you, but I can't deal with technology. So, we're going to try it with my phone. Hopefully, you can hear me and all of that jazz. So, I will go in with the description box later and add all of the information because, again, I have to do this with my phone. So I am so sorry. Hi, Joan. Yay. Okay. Can you see me, hear me, all of those things? Please, 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 please tell me you can. And it's not freezing. It's not doing any of the things. I'm going to wiggle because you can't see me. Please let me know. Yay! Thank goodness. Thank you, Joan. Okay, so we'll wait a little bit for everyone to get back in. Yay, you see the wiggles. All right, I do apologize. I don't know what the heck was going on, but we're going to power through. We're going to get through it. We're going to have some fun. It might be a little bit different of a night, but yay. So I'm sorry you guys can't see me, but we're good. We're going to just push on through and maybe we do this for a little bit until I figure out what's wrong because I am tired of putting you guys through that. I am tired of, dealing with it myself. So, yay! Okay. All right. So we're going to, for those of you who weren't here earlier, we're going to take a look at the Empaths Empowerment deck by Judith Orloff, MD. 52 cards to guide and inspire sensitive people. All right, so it's published by Sounds True. It retails for $18.99 in the US and $24.99 in Canada. 52 cards. A sensitive person's toolbox for thriving in an overwhelming world. The special magic of these cards, says Dr. Judith Orloff, is that they provide instant guidance for any situation that you will face. This beautifully illustrated deck was created especially for empaths to uplift and inspire, help you reconnect with your intuition, enhance self-care, and maintain healthy boundaries, tune into the natural world, and much more. All right, so now let's keep going. All right, so this is the deck. I said before that I have played around with it. I don't know. I don't think it's in order. So I don't think it needs to be in order for you to see it. Hiccups. I'm sorry. Hiccups are the worst. So it doesn't have a guidebook, but it does have this little pamphlet here. So this card deck is a resource for all sensitive, caring people who want quick, intuitive guidance about how to empower themselves in a busy, often overwhelming world. A source of inspiration and insight, these cards will help you reconnect with your intuition and with the divine. They can also convey important reminders about staying centered in the midst of stress. Need that now. And how to tap into your deepest empathetic needs without burning out. Keep this deck close at hand for ready guidance. You can consult the deck as an oracle to empower your life choices and relationships. When you follow their advice, these cards will help you to avoid sensory overload, access your inner gifts, and create the most positive outcome in any situation. They can reveal where your power might be blocked and how you can regain it. This deck will help guide you through good times so that you can take in the joy and make your life easier as you encounter the challenges that sensitive people face. Go within and trust yourself. Let the inner light shine. And so on the back here, it's how to use the cards. So essentially how you would normally use a oracle deck, right? So let's get into this flip through here. Yeah, don't feel, Ferris Sulf, that this is like a burden type of a deck. It does give you a lot of good insight. Hey, Joanna. You know where to find me, Mystified. All right, so there's 52 cards, and the card stock itself is kind of thin. It's not terrible. but it is, you know, on the thinner side. It has a slight gloss to it. It's not very high gloss. Hi, Rowan. Thank you for, you know, sticking with it. All right. So as you can see, we've got no guidebook. It's just all about the card on the card. So that's awesome to see too. So it's easy for a beginner, for someone just starting out. See, I really like this. So honor it. It's not a burden. It's actually something that you can use to your advantage. The picture's blurry. I swear, if it's not one thing, it's another. Hold on. Y'all, my frustration is insurmountable right now. Is it better? If I read them, I will literally be here all night. Let's see. Gosh darn it. All right. So honor your sensitivities. Your sensitivities are a gift. Be proud of who you are. Put your hand over your heart and inwardly say, I embrace my loving heart. It is blurry. I don't know how to. Y'all, I'm about ready to throw in the towel. Practice humility. So approach life humbly. No one is better than another. Keep your ego in check. Humility is the practice of being simple and valuing simple things. It's pixelated. Lord, you know, I'm so sorry, guys. You know, I'm trying to improve with each thing, but at the same time, I can only do so much with what I've got right now. So I am so sorry for how it is going, but at the same time, oh, it's so frustrating. That's, yeah, the bandwidth issue. Yeah, let's see. Oop. Is that less pixelated? I might have to stop doing lives for a little bit if this keeps happening. This is ridiculous. And by no means am I mad at you guys at all. I'm super frustrated with, it seems like every time we go live now, there's just one thing after another that is not working. So it might be definitely a bandwidth issue. So listen to the wisdom of your intuition. It's really cute with the shell. I'm sorry, guys. Like, this is not how I pictured tonight to be. It's better holding it up close. Okay, so that's what I'll do. Okay. So we'll just be really patient with it and see what happens. Hi, Fernanda. Oh my gosh. I feel like there's always something with Instagram, though. We're not retrograde yet. That's not until, I think, June? Or maybe end of May. I can't remember. Thanks, guys. I think I have to figure out maybe my internet provider. I'll have to see. I already thought we were on like the, the highest one, but we'll see. The pictures really are serene and beautiful. It's a very gentle deck. Yeah, I was using the OBS Jaslyn, yeah. Right? Totally. Yeah, it doesn't have a book. It's just all written on the cards. The publisher is Sounds True. I feel like the cards have a pretty good advice. This is great if you are, having a bit of anxiety or you're feeling overwhelmed. It kind of helps ground you a bit, gives you, something else to, focus on. Yeah. Feeling a lot, absolutely. And sometimes it's just nice to have it all written on the card that you don't have to go back and forth with the guidebook. Sometimes you just need a quick little message and then everything makes sense. You don't have to dive so deep. Right? That's a good one. Yeah, we don't need to go looking for problems when we're already going through a lot. Yeah, when the message is good, it doesn't need to be super long. I really like this too. See your emotions as teachers. I feel like sometimes we don't really feel our emotions, Okay, so, we're sad. Okay. But so how do I want to explain this? Like we don't really investigate it and we don't sit with it. It's just like, oh, I'm feeling sad. Let's move on. I'm wondering if I can adjust it again. Because I don't have a focus on this. It's the YouTube camera thing. Yeah, we don't see what's behind exactly the emotion. And I think as a society too, we just have to, we've been taught for so long that you've got to quiet down or you've got to hurry up and get over your emotions quickly. Like, we don't get to actually sit with it and figure out why we're feeling a certain way. And I think that comes with the anxiety too. Like, anxiety is a lot of just worrying about things you can't control, or, you get overwhelmed, and it's hard to just, okay, gotta stop with that. It's hard. But Rowan, I think that's a good thing that you dive deep into it. I think not every time do you need to dive so deep, but at the same time, like, that's how we learn, that's how we understand, right? And this one too, set limits with draining people. Yeah, journaling is a big help as well. I need to get back into doing that. I keep telling myself I am going to do it, and I never do. Boundaries are a huge thing too. Like, if you are super sensitive, you need like double the uh double the boundaries than people who aren't really that sensitive. I feel that a lot of empaths too are very good at people pleasing. They want to make everything feel good, be good, so that they can feel good and be good. So they avoid conflict. They avoid a lot of unnecessary strife. And I say that from experience. It's easier being in agreement than it is to, like, push boundaries, or not push boundaries, but push the limit. I'm gonna have to check that out, guys, the inner child deck. This is a huge one. Focus on gratitude. Oh, look at the baby birdies. That's another thing too. In our society, we expect like big change, big moves. It's in very fast pace, right? Sometimes it's just enough to take one step. And nothing has to be perfect the first time you do something. You can learn as you go. Like, it might not be perfect, but at least you tried. You know what? You probably do have really good boundaries, Joan. You probably really have like a good coping mechanism for all of that too. Like, I do pretty well in smaller settings, but when I get out into a lot of crowded places, even going to Target or the grocery store, and there's a lot of people, I am overwhelmed and I get the worst anxiety, and I have to go. It's a struggle. That's so pretty, the doors. But yeah, having a good coping mechanism, having good boundaries is a great place to start. Yeah, crowded places are the worst. You pick up on so much. And then what helps too is like being around people that don't drain you, that are, fun to be around, and, that aren't going to bring you down. Um, you know, there are people that are in your life for a season, for a reason, and then people that are there for a lifetime, right? And sometimes the people that drain you are not going to be the people that are around for a long time. And it's often those people that, it seems like there's just one thing there that they always complain about, the like one thing that they never do to improve, or they're just a lot, big personality, they just don't come they're not compatible with you, and that's okay. We don't have to be everybody's cup of tea, but at the same time, you have to know your boundaries. You have to know, okay, is this person somebody that I want to go hang around with all the time? Are they what's draining me, or is it something else? Yeah, everybody's emotions. Yeah, boundaries are definitely essential in a big family, huh? Yeah, lots of practice with all of that. Just walk away. I wish I had that strength to do that sometimes. Like, I'm always afraid of, like, just looking rude or having another person hate me. But at the same time, you got to protect yourself, right? Yeah, you pick up a lot. Yeah. Be a comfort to yourself. Oh, Jessica, for sure. Yeah, major alone time after. Yeah. It's like I used to love like going out, doing, the socializing thing. And then, you know, as I got older, I'm like, I can't do this. It's too much. So now it takes all the effort I have just to like go to like a little group thing. I'm like, oh, I want to see everybody. I want to spend time, but at the same time, it's so draining. Tuning into a radio receiver, yeah, that's tough. Sensory overload, that's what I get all the time. So many times. Like, um, it's a lot. Like, for an example, my husband will be watching a video on his phone, and if I have something going on my phone, or if I'm doing something and he's trying to talk to me and then the dogs are barking, I'm like, shut it off. Everything needs to shut off so I can actually hear you. I can actually understand what you're saying, because right now all I hear is white noise. Or like, yeah, going out shopping, it's sensory overload. There's just all chaos around. So yeah, it is like a flood. Yeah. Recharge. Yeah. Your tender heart is a treasure. I love that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So my husband and I both like to sleep with something playing on our phones at night. And so it used to be okay, like we would both have it down to a manageable volume, but it eventually got to the point where like I couldn't handle it anymore. And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, I'll get the eye mask that has the Bluetooth." Now, man, it is the best thing ever because we like to, watch something separate. And, I don't necessarily want to watch, stuff on video games and stuff like that going to sleep, although I probably go out go to sleep much quicker. But yeah, so it definitely sensory overload is a huge one. And this too, stop trying to fix people. Yeah, it's blurry. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's blurry. The screen is clean, so and it's not going through, you know, my camera, it's going through the app. So I do apologize. I don't know what's going on tonight, guys. This whole live is just not been fun. Trying to figure out what's wrong. Troubleshooting is not fun. Stephen Halpern? I don't know who that is. Absolutely. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, you know, we can't win them all. We're just rolling with it at this point. What I'll do is I'll make a separate video on this, like an actual clear video, and I'll upload it. But tonight we're just going to chill. We're just gonna hang out with each other. And, you know, I think most of us know that lives can be crazy and chaotic. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, I'm happy to hang out with you guys too. We'll pull some cards after this too. We'll see how they read for you guys. Right? Yeah. When technology works, it's fantastic. Unfortunately, it is not working for me tonight. Sarah Louise Tilsley. Oh, awesome. I'm going to have to check her out. Right. Today just felt off too for me. I know that there's a lot of shifts happening right now astrologically, but I feel like today has just been a culmination of everything that has been happening lately in the past week or so. All right, so let's see how it shuffles. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. They are wider cards, so bigger than maybe a Hay House deck is a little bit shorter, so they're a little bit longer. So smaller hand people might have a harder time. Yeah, there's also like a new moon on the 30th of this month, yes. So like we're in the midst of like this portal thing going on. Yeah, just a lot going on astrologically in April. Yeah, I feel that. So it shuffles great that way. I like to shuffle the bigger deck side by side like this. It's flexible enough to do so. We go into a retrograde? Not Mercury though, right? I didn't think that was until a month or two. I could be wrong. But yeah, this is like the last month where no planets are in retrograde. Make it count, guys. Make that progress. All right, so we'll pull one card, and then if you guys want card pulls, I'm here for it. We'll just pull for you guys. So collectively, can we get a card to read? What do we need to know? What message do you have for the collective? well, it's sassy today. It's like, no, not wanting to talk. There we go. Okay. We'll just read both. Isn't this the truth? Okay, so quiet your mind. So collectively, overthinking a problem is not the key to any door. Take a few breaths to still your inner chatter. Let yourself just be for a while. Pluto? Okay. Ah, Taurus. Oh my gosh, yay, Joan! That's awesome. Good for you. Fantastic. And then see your emotions as teachers. So emotions can be vehicles for transformation. Whether joyous or challenging, they can teach you how to overcome fear and cultivate compassion. You're a Taurus. Very, very good to be a Taurus, right? It was too easy. That's the best thing about it, right? Is that, sometimes just asking or just doing the thing, taking a little leap is fantastic. And it just provides the best little rewards. Just going for things, just doing it. Okay. So if you want a card to be pulled, just comment. Yeah, resurfacing old emotions. Yeah, that's what I've been. So funny you should say that, because the reading, the pick a card reading that I did for you guys for April, there's a lot of like needing to go through your old wounds or like your emotional stuff. Like every group had something. So that was very interesting to see. Okay, so Ferris and then Rhiannon, sorry, not Rihanna. God, I just love her. Okay, so I'm going to write it down. So Ferris, Rhiannon, we got Joanna, Monarch, Luna, Jaslyn, Treehouse. I'm going in order of commented. Okay, and then Misty, and then Blue Breeze. Okay. All right. So if you have not commented and want one later, I will definitely get you a card. Right, it is simple, but it is very nicely done. For people who are going through big changes, what should be considered? Job, moving. What should be considered? How do you feel about it all? Like, are you, so if you're going through all of the big changes, there's emotions that get brought up into it. There's a lot of, especially when it comes to moving, it's like clearing out the clutter, clearing out the things that maybe aren't going to, serve you in the future. So like, for instance, take only what you want to see for your highest good be with you. Sometimes we cling to things, sometimes we hold on to things because we think in the future we're going to need them, or they hold some significance to us. But really, if you're going to be moving, that's the best time to really take stock of what you have and what you want to bring with you. Do you really need that extra, I don't know, we're going to talk about like an extra jacket? Do you really utilize everything that you have in your possession? Is that the old you? Are you striving to be something different now? So, I'm using the clothes example because it's the easiest one, but like, did you used to dress a certain way and now you want to dress more professional and more, tailored to look the part of your new job? use that to your advantage and get rid of all of the things that maybe are ill-fitting, get rid of all of the, stuff that doesn't pertain to the new image and the new you. So just like any form of transformation or any form of moving forward, change, right? You want to really evaluate and take stock about what you are potentially leaving behind. So if it's not going to serve you in your best interest moving forward, even when it comes to a job too, let it go. It's just extra weight that you're carrying around for no reason. Now, if it holds some specific, meaning to you, like if you have a stuffed animal that you've had since childbirth and that's been like a lucky item for you, absolutely take it with you. But, do you really need, 20 different pots and pans and you have only used the 5? That's something to take into consideration. Teresa, sure. Okay, so Ferris is up first. Thank you, Rowan. All right. Message Ferris. Absolutely. I thought I got you, Misty. Yeah, you're after Treehouse. Okay, come on, give me a message, please. Let's be cheeky. All right, so Ferris. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. All right, so Ferris Wolf. Tame negative thinking. When negative thoughts arise, experience the feelings behind them and then shift to a larger, more compassionate perspective. I feel like we all struggle with this. It's something that is hard to go away. Like it's just a human nature situation. So what I do, because I struggle with it, I actually look at it in a different perspective. Like if a negative thought comes into my way, I try to flip it so I can turn it into a positive. So for instance, what if I don't get the job? Let's say that. Okay. And then I'm like, well, that's negative thinking. So I flip it into, but what if I do get the job? What then? What next? So yeah, it's really hard to tame something like that because it just happens. It's not something that we can really control all the time. So it's one of those things where we have to really, like meditation, where we allow the thought to come into our viewpoint, we acknowledge it, and then we let it go and let it fly. So it's kind of like that. Hey, Sharon. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we will try to tame it. Pessimistic by nature. I can understand that. Namiko, sure. Absolutely. Okay, so yeah. Not everyone or everything is out to get you either, right? Sometimes we're just like, this again. Absolutely. Okay, Rhiannon. Whoops. All right, Rhiannon. All right, meditate on the spaciousness of air. When you are stuck, picture yourself in an open, airy space with room to move and breathe. Let yourself feel free and empowered. So, not necessarily like if you're stuck in a closet type situation or a small space, although that would be beneficial for that as well. But, if you are feeling bogged down, if you're feeling like you are just complacent or not moving forward, sometimes, allowing yourself to meditate on the fact that there is wide open spaces, Dixie Chicks intensifies. When you allow yourself to like meditate on that and view that, it kind of unsticks a lot because air is a movement, right? Air is the epitome of movement, and that'll give you the, I'll say, illusion of movement yourself. So you can kind of see things a little bit clearly. Air is the suit of swords, is the suit of communication, that sort of a thing. So it will be a little bit more freer, and you might be a little bit less unstuck if you do the focus on breathing, focus on air in general. All right, Joanna. All right. Oh, this is a big one, Joanna. Let yourself receive support. It's often easier for empaths to give than to receive. Allow others to support you. Experience the pleasure of their caring energy. So, yeah, sometimes it's really hard to let people help, or especially if you're independent and you want to do it yourself. Like, for sure, very hard. But also, don't feel guilty about letting them, help you out either. Some people really want to help whenever they can, and they just need to be asked. So don't think that it is not empowering or not okay to ask. It's good. There are people in your corner that just want to reach out and help you. You just have to allow them. Yeah. Oh, 100%, Joan. 100%. If you are always thinking about the negative aspects or negative things, uh, it's the law of attraction, right? So the more that you focus on gratitude and positive things that are happening and the things that are around you, the more positive things are going to come into your life. So if you're consistently thinking, why me? Why this? I can't believe this just happened in the worst way. And like, this person said this and did that. Like, do you ever notice that like when you watch a lot of like, I'm going to call it trash TV, like you feel like your IQ dropped 20%? You know what I mean? Like just the same thing when you're eating trash food all the time. Like you just feel sluggish, you feel awful, you feel like, one bad thing after another keeps happening. We feed ourselves what we want to see in the world sometimes. So this includes entertainment, this includes what we put in our bodies, what we nourish ourselves with. So if you're constantly eating junk food, you're going to feel junky. If you're constantly watching, horrible entertainment, that's all you're going to focus on. So it is one of those things where like the law of attraction is effective. All right, so Monarch Butterfly is next. Yes, compassion is huge. Absolutely, Therasol. Thank you, Rowan. Oh, all right. So, Monarch Butterfly, we have honor your sensitivities. So your sensitivities are a gift. Be proud of who you are. Put your hand over your heart and inwardly say, I embrace my loving heart. So sometimes, especially empathetic people, we're very aware of other people's emotions. We're very aware and sensitive to other people's needs. And sometimes we see this as a curse. Sometimes we see this as like a negative thing, or that, we are overly sensitive ourselves. So like, why can't we just be quote unquote normal? But see it as a gift and see it as someone you're special, that you can see the sensitive in other people, you can see the needs of other people, and know that that's a very beautiful thing, that it could be a response to things that happened in your life, and that you see the needs in other people, and it can benefit them as well as help you out too. So there's a lot of ways that this can play out, a lot of good things to come with being sensitive. So honor them, allow yourself to appreciate them, and just accept yourself, that self-acceptance, right? Everybody's different, everybody has their own journey, everybody has their own, positives and negatives, but being able to vibe with somebody on that deep of a level is such a huge gift, and it's such a beautiful thing when it finally is accepted by yourself. So honor it, don't shy away from it. You can use this to your advantage. Hi Luis, I saw you come in. Hello. Oh, yeah, well, it's okay. We've had quite the night already. Lots of technical difficulties for sure. So I hope you are doing well. I hope everything's good on your end. Get a welcoming committee for you. Look at you. All right, next we got Lunar. Absolutely, Monarch Butterfly. It's overwhelming at times, right? But I think once we learn to accept it and understand that what we have is a gift, not a burden, we can reframe that in our minds and in our hearts. You are popular. All right, Lunar. Woo! Okay, just one, please. Just one, or we will be here all day. There we go. All right, so Lunar, we have honor your inner child. This is important to do too. So focus on your inner child's needs. Is your inner child afraid or in need of more playtime? Cherish this precious being within you. So again, it's not like you have a literal inner child, right? Like, like a child inside of you. It is not literal. This is the psyche part of it, right? The little the past you, the child that you were, the child that you maybe wanted to be. So, maybe if you weren't allowed to do certain things as a child, you might feel compelled to do that now as an adult, that sort of a thing. So like inner child healing is very awesome to start working on, especially if you had a harder time growing up. But also as we age, as we get older, we're always told to grow up, be more adult, be more this, and responsibilities and duties, etc., etc. But we forget that we're still human. We still should enjoy the playtime. We still should enjoy like cartoons if we want to, things that make us happy, things that are soft and cuddly, things that give us joy and excitement, theme parks, water, ocean, traveling, all of that. But sometimes we need to remember that, and it's not completely saying push aside your responsibilities as an adult. It's saying allow yourself time to enjoy some of those things that maybe you didn't, or that you used to as a child. Yeah, being an adult can suck, for sure. For sure. Oh, I love you guys too. Shadow work, nice. That's awesome. There you go. No age restrictions with the anime. Awesome. All right. So next up, we've got Jaslyn. It's like buffering. Okay, come on. There we go. All right. Oh, you as well. Let yourself receive support. It's hard to do. So, it's often easier for empaths to give than receive. Allow others to support you. Experience the pleasure of their carrying energy. Is like your love language like giving? Because like sometimes it's easier to express yourself and your connection with other people by like they call it pebbling, by like giving little treasures and gifts and stuff like that to people that you love and enjoy. Like I completely understand this. Sometimes my pebbling is um like I share a lot of memes or I share a lot of like TikToks and that sort of a thing to my friends and family because it's like I know you will enjoy this. Like here, try it or read it or do this, do that. I feel like you do the same thing. But yeah, you can allow other people to do that for you too. You don't always have to be the one doing the giving, right? You can ask yourself or ask for support for yourself or, maybe learn someone else's love language, or maybe you can tell them that you enjoy this, that, and the other. It's not always about you doing all the giving, right? You can allow yourself to receive too. And this comes to support. It comes with help. It comes with, anything from, I just need to vent. Can you be there for me to just, talk at you for a minute? To like financial or like, just being in the same room. So allow yourself to be okay with people giving you things and being there for you, even if it comes down to a compliment. I know a lot of us are very hard on ourselves about like not liking to receive compliments, that it is, hard to accept those things. So allow it to happen. Okay. Allow yourself that support. All right. Treehouse, you're up. That's so you. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense that you don't want to like, give your baggage to other people or like dump your problems onto somebody else. But, you can't always be somebody else's dumping ground either. In a relationship, there's give and take, right? Sometimes you just need somebody to vent to, somebody to talk things through. And those people that are in your corner that you can trust and that love you and support you are always going to be like, yes, let me be that person for you. Let me just be quiet and let you get all of your thoughts and your problems out. And then, should you want my help, I'm right there to help you out. It's important to have those people in your life. And it's important for you to remember that it's okay to do that. It's not like you're going and doing that every day 24/7 for them. That's a different story. But if, you can allow yourself to be open with it, then people are going to be more than willing to help you out. Right? Okay, Treehouse, you are up. Yeah, supportive person. Like, I'm that person for a lot of people because, like, I enjoy being that person. But at the same time, like, I know that if I need to vent, I can call on those people too. And they're going to be like, girl, spill. Let me know. Because, yeah, like, all relationships are give and take, and that includes venting. All right, message for Treehouse. You're very welcome. Again. All right, quiet your mind. I think this was the collective one. All right, for Treehouse, overthinking a problem is not the key to any door. Take a few breaths to still your inner chatter and let yourself just be for a while. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is a problem for a lot of us. We overthink a lot. We overanalyze. We try to figure out, okay, this is the problem. I have to have a plan A through Z in order. If plan A doesn't work, I go to B, C, D, E, etc. Or what if it doesn't work? What if I can't do it? What if this, is a completely different setup? But sometimes we just need to let things happen and let things just fall where they may, because we can't control everything. We can have 5 million different plans. Again, speaking from experience, 5 million different plans, and each one of them not be the perfect fit or not work. So remember to ground yourself and cleanse yourself. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, overthinking can be a huge, huge problem for a lot of us. But sometimes we just need to like shut it down, breathe, and try to focus on something else. Try to be still. Um, I heard this, I'm probably wrong, but I heard it on a radio when I was like going to the dentist last week. And it's like a local thing, so I doubt any of you have heard, but she was like talking about how uh when she like meditates or whatever, she's trying to be more zen, we'll call it. And so she inhales for 4 seconds, keeps it in, holds her breath. So inhales for 4 seconds, holds her breath for 7, and then exhales for a count of 8. Oh my gosh, it is really, really good because it forces you to focus on your breath by counting. It forces you to, so it switches off all of this excess noise when you're focusing on the counts and your breath. So again, meditation. So if you're having an issue, try that. Try focusing on how many seconds you're holding your breath, how many seconds you're expelling, all of those things, whatever a numerical number works for you. But like, holy crap, worked for me. Absolutely. It gives them a chance to practice generosity. I love that. Yes. All right. So Mystified Misty is next. Hi, Gina. Hi, Patty. Yeah, I know. It's very blurry. I cannot help it. I don't know what's going on. Oh, well, I'm virtually hugging you too. Oh, there we go. Look at you. So tame negative thinking. When negative thoughts arise, experience the feelings behind them and then shift to a larger, more compassionate perspective. So again, we need to tame that beast, right? Very hard to do, very hard to switch that over, but accept that negative thought and then try to flip it as much as you can. I know it's hard, and it's very irritating to do. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if I can unblur. Nope. Okay, that just made it worse. There we go. All right. Then we got Blue Breeze. Right? It's like, yeah, I'm going to call you out. Blue Breeze. Oh, there we go. Wow, we're getting a lot of the same ones here. So honor your sensitivities. So your sensitivities are a gift. Be proud of who you are. Put a hand over your heart and inwardly say, I embrace my loving heart. Yeah, it's just awful, this whole situation. So I'm not using the program anymore. I'm just going off of my phone. And again, I don't know what's wrong. I've cleaned the lens. I look. This is the third attempt to go live tonight. So yeah, it's just been very frustrating. So Blue Breeze, honor your gifts. It's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to feel things. Don't feel like it is a burden, even though sometimes it does feel that way. So it is one of those things where, you know, it can feel tough to go through, but know that it is a gift, and acceptance will help you honor that as well. Hi, Jan. Breathe. Yeah, exactly. Okay, inhale for 4. Okay, next we got Teresa. Right, I'm gonna have to look into the bandwidth thing. My husband does all of that, so I have no idea what is what. So, yeah, I'll figure it out. Hey, if we have to stop going live for a while, we'll stop going live, but until it gets fixed, because I know that this is annoying. I know that this is not fun. So I'll, I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll figure it out, and we'll get there eventually. But yeah, you are welcome. All right, Teresa. I'm just grateful that you guys are patient with me. I appreciate it. Again, wow, these cards. Okay, so this really was a message from the collective, right? For the collective, I should say. Hi, that junking data girl. Yeah, you know what? Let's try it real fast. Let's see if this makes a difference. Nope, not really. All right. Okay, so quiet the mind. Overthinking a problem is not the key to any door. Take a few breaths to still your inner chatter and let yourself just be for a while. All right. That one's coming out a lot. I know. Hey, we tried. I appreciate you guys so much. Right? It's okay when things are not okay. Yeah. I am just inherently a perfectionist. So I strive for things to be a certain way and like right the first time. I blame that on my GATE program as an elementary school, my exceptional program. So yeah, let's see. Super look at the art. How have you felt about the art in terms of diversity? It's actually not bad. There is different ages in here, which is nice to see. That's why you're here to read the cards. Yeah. There could be more diversity. I'm not gonna lie. But as far as, there is some in here, and it's not all people, which I appreciate. There's like there's symbols and stuff like that, so that's really cool. But yeah, there always could be more diversity. There's not a lot of male. There's this guy. There's not a lot of males in here that I'm seeing. A lot of the imagery is a lot of female. That looks maybe like it could be a male. But yeah, I mean, there's diversity, so that's good. But there always can be more, let's be honest. So I don't hate the art at all. I don't mind it. I think it's actually quite gentle. I think that it's, very cool to see a lot of different age groups. I feel like there needs to be more decks with varying ages because, varying ages uses the deck, right? All right. We're at Sharon now. Mac and cheddar? Oh my god, that's cute. That's true, Mystified. Yes. All right. I know. Yeah. So I've been seeing that a lot too with male commenters on the different decks for oracles specifically, that they're like, yay, it has diversity, but where's the male counterparts? Like, there's a lot of feminine energy, and it's like, yeah, diversity is gender too. It's fluidity with that as well. So I mean, I understand that a lot of primarily female presenting use divination, use oracle decks. I completely understand that. 85% of my viewers on my channel are women or female presenting. So it deduces that that's the case. However, you're right, like, men need to be represented too. I'm trying to find more like male dominated decks. I know that there's like Gods and Titans that I still need to get. I think that's by Stacey DeMarco. So that's on my list. So yeah, I'm definitely looking for more male dominant decks. But yeah, I don't understand why that is either. And especially with the ages too. Like, not everybody is, teenager 20 something that uses these decks or are represented. So it's neat to see different decks coming out with more diverse ages. But again, we've got a lot of work to do in this department as a community and as a whole. And part of that is voicing your concerns to, different outlets. Like, you can tweet, and you can, if there's a review on the publisher's website, you can talk about that too. As a whole, as a community, we've got to uplift what we can. Okay. So Sharon, forgive yourself. This is hard to do. Don't become a hostage to the past by berating yourself for your choices. Make amends, forgive your shortcomings, and keep moving toward a beautiful future. So, sometimes it's really hard to allow yourself some grace and be like, okay, yeah, that happened, or I did that, or I experienced that. But now it's time to be like, I I understand why it happened. I can accept that it happened, and I can forgive myself, or I can forgive my emotions, the situation, etc. And now I can move forward with the experience and with the knowledge of what did happen. So allow yourself that grace. Allow yourself to be okay with the fact that mistakes might have been made, and you can turn them into learning experiences or learning tools to move you forward in the future. Lunchtime. Which, is it's funny, Luis, why you say that, that why males are not taken seriously as readers. Like, I see a lot of male readers too, like, especially around now with social media. Like, I see both very dominant. There's a lot of female and a lot of male. Um, and I guess it's just because, like, we're in the community that I do take everybody seriously. So it's interesting that you say that, because it does seem, though, that there are more women readers than men. But it goes to the same comparison of, like, there's a lot more female elementary school teachers than there are male. And then it's more respected for a female to teach elementary or, younger kids than male. And then, same thing could be said for a lot of different professions that are dominated by, females. But then there's also certain professions that you see in your head when you go to, like, a doctor or a dentist, that's predominantly usually male, right? So it's interesting how people react to those differences. Physical disability and different levels of ability definitely need to be represented as well. Absolutely, 100%. It's lunch here. Soul cards. So if you saw the video I did of the Somnia Tarot, I know it's a darker deck, but I really enjoyed that deck due to the fact that the figures were very ambiguous most of the time, that you couldn't really tell the genders. So that was really cool to see that it's just like a figure. Okay, we got, is it Namiko or Namiko? Oh, mac and cheddar. I can put down a whole box of mac and cheese for sure by myself. No shame. No shame in that game whatsoever. It's been a meal before and it will not be my last. Oh gosh. Oh, that is so interesting that, you know, I would think that women would want to go. Well, I guess it depends on what they're asking, the questions that they're asking. Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of possibilities. People have their preferences and people have their prejudices as well. The junking data girl, I'll add you in for sure. You'll be after Rowan. Nameko? Is that right? Namiko? I'm so sorry. I'm really trying. I just want to make sure. I mean, no disrespect whatsoever. Hey, Liberius. Oh, that was it. Awesome. Okay. So, Nameko, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Watch me just ruin that again. So, remember your gifts. Focus on your blessings rather than dwelling on adversity. Pause and give thanks for your gifts, such as your sensitivity, intuition, health, friendships, or family. So yeah, remember your gifts, remember who you are, remember what you can do, and also remember to be grateful for the things that you do have and not have that lack mindset. You say it's hard. I just want to make sure that I am saying it right. I want to make sure I get everybody's pronouns right. I want to make sure I get everybody's name pronunciations right, because I mean no disrespect. I want you guys to feel like you are safe. So this is a very safe space for everybody. So remember who you are. Remember who the F you are, okay? You've got gifts, you've got talent, and focus on all of the good things that you do have instead of the lack mindset. Hey, Van! It's all right. We have had quite the adventure today with technology. So as you can see, it is blurry AF. Don't know what's going on. But yeah, we're just powering through. All right. So next up, we got Mac and Cheddar, who is making everybody hungry. That actually really does sound good. I'm trying to be very good about what I'm eating now. I've been eating too much junk, not enough nourishing foods. So, all right. Enjoy the tranquility of water. All right. To remove stress, immerse yourself in a soothing bath, walk near a body of water, or gently splash water on your face. Or you can do the opposite of that and be like the shaving commercials and the face wash commercials and completely drench yourself in the bathroom while you try to clean your face. Oh my God, those crack me up so much. Hi, Leah. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, you know what? For me personally, I so get healing from the water and being by any kind of water. It just relaxes. Even putting the soundscapes of water and waves crashing or streams is very healing. It's very fun. So yeah, I highly recommend. It does de-stress, but it depends on like your level of enjoyment of water. So like if you aren't loving the sounds of crashing waves, you might feel better with a stream type of a thing. Yeah, so enjoy some water, go to some water. If you can, be by a body of water. It's always fantastic. Leah, of course you can. You'll be after junking data. And then I think I'm going to end the list there. Okay, so Rowan's up next, our fearless leader. Oh, nice. Yay. Take it all in. Take that beach in. Hi, Grace. All right, Rowan, let's get you a card. All right. Oh, I know you do this already, but appreciate the beauty of the moon. All right. To calm and center yourself, or to simply experience awe, gaze at the moon tonight. Absorb the purity of her energy and sublime presence. So maybe connect with it a little bit more than what you normally do. This could also indicate to connecting to the divine feminine energy. So if you haven't done that in a while, it might be a good idea to connect back to it. So this could be anything from, you know, moon gazing to doing your own card pulls to I'm trying to find the words and I'm not wanting to have the YouTube gods disown me, but passionate times, that sort of a thing. If you catch my drift. So anything to connect you to the divine feminine. So I know you do the moon justice anyway, so you're good to go. But connect if you haven't yet. You are a little bit late, Liberius, but it's okay. You didn't miss a terrible amount. I'm going to have to redo this video in a separate video, or redo this deck in a separate video, so you guys can see everything and it not be so blurry. You can read it all? Nice. Okay. All right. So then we've got the Junking Data Girl. It is very soothing. Oh, yay. Get that selenite. Yes. Sorry, I'm catching up with everybody's comments real fast. Nice. It's gone clear? Sweet. Maybe it is an issue with the internet. I might have to change the time that I go live. All right, Junkin' Data Girl, let's get you a message. Find your purpose. All right, when you feel like you don't fit into this world, remember that you're here to help create a better one. Your tender heart is a treasure. So find your purpose. Maybe you don't really know your path yet. Maybe you are doubting your path, but once you accept that, like, you not fitting into society norms is a blessing, not a curse, then doors will start opening up for you. I know personally, I keep saying this a lot, but I have to always give you guys an anecdote. But I felt very out of place my whole life, didn't fit in really, didn't really connect to like earth-based things, that sort of a situation. And I never could really enjoy normal jobs and normal situations. Like nothing felt right for me until this whole thing opened up, and I'm like, all right, well, this really works for me. This feels like it is my jam. It's my thing. So sometimes fitting in, or excuse me, sometimes not fitting in is like the best thing ever. It like helps you really figure out who you are and what you want to do and what your life purpose is. So just experiment with things, like follow your intuition. Um, do you have a certain thing that you are drawn to that maybe oh no, that maybe you are afraid to go toward because it's not necessarily like what society finds acceptable, that sort of a thing. Figure out where you want to go, what you want to do, and then things will start fitting into place once you start following what really lights you up and your passion is. And when you start forgetting about like society is a made up thing. Everything is made up. Like we all have to fit somebody else's mold. That's ridiculous. You you dance to the beat of your own drum. You are uniquely you. Yeah, it is tough. Absolutely. Um, and especially if you want to like, please your family or please a partner and that sort of a thing, or like if you're afraid to like make moves because you're worried about money. um it's okay to do something parallel to make ends meet, while you're trying to figure out your other bliss. You know what I mean? So, for an example, I was still working retail while I was doing this, doing it parallel. I was still following my purpose. I was still doing what I thought I was meant to do. But at the same time, I still had like a 9 to 5. I was still, doing what society deemed me needing to do. And then even when I was wanting to break off and do this full time on my own and do it, I was still like so afraid to do it that I couldn't, quote unquote, pull the trigger. And that I had to wait for the universe to be like, listen, no, 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 like we're doing full stop on this. You are doing the thing. You are going the right instead of going left. So things have a way of working themselves out. Just hang in there. And I know easier said than done, but you'll get through it. And sometimes we like to call this growing pains. We like to um, understand, and we want to know exactly what's going to happen, right? We want to see the end of the tunnel and figure out, okay, this is exactly what's going to be waiting for me at the end. This is what's going to happen. I'm safe, I'm secure, etc. But sometimes, you know, we just have to take a leap of faith, and we have to understand that, our intuition is guiding us to what we need. Again, I know easier said than done, but everything has a way of working itself out in the way that it should work for you. And again, here's the other thing. What's meant for you will always find you. All right? And if something isn't meant for you, don't feel bad about not latching on and grabbing it. Okay? Because again, what is meant for you will find you. Just keep doing the work. All right. Absolutely. It makes you more special and different. Oof. No, no, no. That's all crazy, crazy amounts of money. I'm sorry, the junking data girl. It'll be okay. Just keep doing you on the back end. Just keep working towards what your bliss is. And sometimes it takes, years to figure out what exactly you want to do. I do suggest maybe some meditation and maybe kind of like sitting in your feelings for a little bit to kind of figure out exactly, what's making you feel a certain way. Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it, situational? What's making you feel lost? What's making you feel drained? What's making you feel, confused? And is it something that you can quickly change? Is it something that maybe you can work toward? That sort of a thing. It's hard. It's very hard, but it'll work out. Yeah, give yourself permission to rest. Absolutely. Fantastic advice. Yeah, incorporating your spiritual practice, Liberius. Oh my gosh. Yeah, engineer, fantastic. All right, and then I've got Leah as my last one. That one wanted to come out. All right, Leah. Listen to the wisdom of your intuition. I love the little seashell. Your inner voice is the best friend you will ever have. Seek answers from deep within rather than just through your intellect. So sometimes we can think ourselves into a different situation, right? We can overthink, we can overanalyze, and we can still not come up with the answer. Sometimes it just takes a moment to really listen to your gut and then tell your brain to just shut off for a second. You know when that little twinkle or that little twinge or however it feels to you is right. Sometimes so again, the society thing, right? So we are expected to think logically and to really go with what benefits the whole and, think of most of the time it's money, right? That we have to make sure we're secure and safe. And so money, housing, those are in are we eating? So that kind of goes into all of that. But sometimes in order to think ourselves out of a problem, we can't use those things. Sometimes that's non-existent. So sometimes we really have to listen to our gut and listen to what our gut is telling us is right, regardless of what our brain is thinking or what it's saying. Sometimes logic can't win the argument. Sometimes it's how you feel about the situation. So hopefully that makes sense. But your intuition has so much to tell you. It has so much information to guide you. When you're driving and you're like, I'm going to take this street instead of doing my normal route because for whatever reason, I feel like taking this street. And then later on in the day, you find out there was an accident that backed up the route that you were going to take. It's those little things that keep you safe and prevent you from making a bigger mistake or create a bigger problem for you. So learning to really listen to that and follow it is going to help you out so much. We all have intuition. We can all tap into it. And it's just relearning because as kids, we trusted our gut. We had to unlearn a lot of it in order to fit in with everybody else, in order to be a good society member, right? So and I'm not saying all of this to be conspiratorial or to, go down a rabbit hole, but I'm just saying that like function is preferred over, intuition, that sort of a thing in a big group environment. So we need to retrain and relearn to listen to the intuition and to understand that that was something we've had since evolution began. So we all have the ability, it's relearning and re-tapping into it in order to really take full advantage of it. You are welcome. Oh my gosh, that's so much money. That's ridiculous. All right, guys. Well, I'm so sorry that today was chaotic. Listen, I will have to do another video about this, another one on its own, where you guys can see every single image, every single little word and thing on it. It's live now. It's clear. Oh my God. So yeah, I will have to figure out the bandwidth situation because I changed the router. Now it's something else. So of course it is. It's always something else. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I appreciate that you guys stuck with it and you guys allowed me to still hang out with you guys tonight, even though it was crazy. I know the irony, right? God, I swear. So, how do you guys feel about this deck? Like, is it something that you enjoyed? Did you enjoy the messages? Because that's apparently all you can see. Let me know, because this is quite right. Someone stop watching Netflix for real. This is pretty gentle and pretty awesome. I do enjoy it. You are welcome. You're very welcome. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you all. Yeah, and it's a pretty decent price too. I mean, I don't know about Australia, but 18.99 US, 24.99 in Canada. I know a lot of people really enjoy having a guidebook, but this is something that you really don't need a guidebook for. It's all laid out for you. Very gentle, very easy to read with, and inexpensive for what it is. You have other decks that go deeper. Awesome. That's awesome though. So that's really good to know. Very cool, guys. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you again. And stay tuned. Tomorrow, I will have the Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle up for you. I don't know what time yet, but it will be up tomorrow. You are so welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.